Have you ever settled into bed after a long day, just ready to relax, only to find yourself scratching and fidgeting under the covers? You're tired, your body aches for rest, but your skin just won't let you be. That persistent itching, especially worse at night, might feel like just another part of getting older. But what if it's actually your body trying to tell you something important? You're not alone. Many older adults find themselves tossing and turning at night, not because of noise or too much caffeine, but because of itchy, irritated skin. And here's the thing, this isn't just annoying, it's a signal. A little red flag that your body is waving, asking for attention. And the good news? Once you understand what's behind it, you can do something about it. So let's talk about it. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at why itchy skin at night is so common among seniors and what it might really mean. We'll talk about what could be going on underneath the surface when you should be concerned, and what simple steps you can take to find relief and sleep more peacefully. Let's begin with something most people don't realize: the role your skin plays in your overall health changes as you age. When we're younger, our skin is like a well-oiled machine. It holds moisture better, repairs itself quickly, and acts like a strong barrier against the world. But as we get older, it starts to thin out. It gets drier, it produces less oil. And that means it doesn't protect us the way it used to. That dryness alone is one of the biggest causes of nighttime itching. Think about it. During the day, you're moving around, you're distracted, you're dressed in layers. But at night, when your body temperature shifts and there's nothing else to focus on, that dry skin becomes front and center. And when it's dry, it starts to itch. That's just biology. But that's not the whole story. There are other factors that can make things worse. One of them is something many people overlook: the products we use every day. Soaps, detergents, even certain types of fabric can all contribute to itchy skin. You might be using a soap that smells lovely, but strips away natural oils. Or maybe your sheets are washed in a detergent that leaves behind residues that irritate your skin as you sleep. These little things add up, especially if your skin is already more sensitive with age. Now let me pause here and say, this doesn't mean you have to turn your home upside down, but a few simple changes can make a world of difference. Switching to a fragrance-free moisturizing body wash, using a gentle hypoallergenic detergent, and wearing breathable cotton pajamas can all reduce irritation. And while those changes are helpful, they don't get to the root of the issue if there's something more going on internally. Because here's the truth. Sometimes itchy skin at night isn't just about dryness or irritation. It can also be a symptom of something deeper, something going on inside your body. One common culprit is something called peripheral neuropathy. This is a condition that affects the nerves, often in the hands and feet, and it can cause a range of sensations, from tingling and numbness to burning and itching. It's more common in people with diabetes, or those who've had chemotherapy, or even from certain medications. If you've ever felt like your skin was crawling or buzzing at night, that could be your nerves misfiring, and that's something you don't want to ignore. Another possible cause: liver or kidney function. When these organs aren't working as well as they should, waste can start to build up in your bloodstream. And guess what one of the symptoms of that can be? Yep, itching. Not just on one spot, but all over, and often worse at night. It's your body's way of trying to signal that something's off. This doesn't mean you need to panic, but it is a good reason to talk to your doctor, especially if the itching is new, persistent, or doesn't seem tied to anything external. Now, for some folks, the culprit is even sneakier. Restless leg syndrome, hormonal changes, or even iron deficiencies can all cause nighttime itchiness. Your skin may be the messenger, but the message could be coming from deeper within your system. This is why it's so important not to brush it off or think, oh, it's just age. Age might change your skin, yes, but age also gives us the wisdom to listen when something feels off. So what can you do tonight to start finding relief? Start with hydration. And I don't just mean drinking more water, though that does help. I mean keeping your skin hydrated from the outside too. After a shower or bath, pat your skin dry and apply a thick, fragrance-free moisturizer. Look for ones with ceramides or colloidal oatmeal, which help to repair and soothe the skin's barrier. And don't wait until you're already itchy. Make it part of your nightly routine. Think of it as giving your skin a bedtime snack, and if you're someone who likes to keep the bedroom cool at night, you're on the right track. Cooler temperatures can actually help with itching, especially if you avoid heavy blankets or scratchy materials. Try using soft, breathable fabrics like cotton or bamboo for your sheets and pajamas. They're gentler on your skin and less likely to trap heat and sweat, which can make itching worse. It's also worth paying attention to your diet. Believe it or not, what you eat can impact your skin's health and your body's inflammation levels. Some people find that foods high in sugar, dairy, or certain preservatives can make itching worse. On the flip side, omega-3 rich foods like salmon, flaxseed, and walnuts can support skin health from the inside out. So the next time you plan your dinner, think about it as nourishment for your skin, not just your stomach. Now, before we go any further, I want to remind you, if you're finding this helpful, take a moment to click that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us reach more people like you who are looking for ways to live healthier, more comfortable lives. Plus, you'll never miss out on videos that can truly make a difference in your day-to-day life. All right, now that we've talked about some of the external causes and lifestyle changes you can make, let's move deeper into some of the hidden internal factors that may be contributing to that persistent nighttime itch. Now that we've talked about some of the external causes and lifestyle changes you can make, let's move deeper into some of the hidden internal factors that may be contributing to that persistent nighttime itch. One of the most commonly overlooked causes is a condition called xerosis, which is just a fancy medical word for extremely dry skin. But this isn't your everyday dryness. It's dryness that becomes chronic. As we age, our skin naturally produces fewer oils and our ability to hold moisture fades. You might think you're moisturizing enough, but for older skin that may no longer be true. If your legs, back, or arms feel tight, rough, or flake easily, even if you don't see a rash, you could be dealing with xerosis. And the kicker? It often feels worse in the evening when your body cools down and your blood flow shifts during rest. This brings us to something else important, your circulation. As you age, your circulation slows down. That's natural. But when blood doesn't move efficiently, your skin cells don't get the nutrients and hydration they need to stay healthy. That poor circulation can lead to itching, tingling, and even a feeling of restlessness, especially when you lie down at night. If you've ever found yourself scratching your legs for what feels like no reason, this might be the answer. And let's not forget one sneaky culprit that can catch a lot of people by surprise: medications. Many prescriptions that are commonly used by older adults list itching or dry skin as a side effect. Think of medications for high blood pressure, cholesterol, or even over-the-counter allergy pills. The ones you've been on for years without problems can suddenly start having effects as your body chemistry changes. If you've recently started a new prescription or had your dosage changed and your itching began around the same time, it's worth checking in with your doctor or pharmacist. Now here's something else to think about, and it may surprise you. Stress and anxiety can absolutely trigger itching, especially at night when the house is quiet and you're alone with your thoughts. Have you ever noticed how a small worry can suddenly feel 10 times bigger once your head hits the pillow? Your body doesn't just feel stress in your mind, it can show up in your skin too. Your nervous system becomes more alert, your blood vessels react, and before you know it, you're scratching away and wondering why you can't sleep. If you've had more stress lately, maybe a health scare, changes in family dynamics, or even just feeling more isolated, don't overlook the toll that emotional well-being can take on your skin. So, what can you do when that itch keeps coming? One simple and often overlooked remedy is a lukewarm bath. Not hot, not cold, but just warm enough to relax your muscles. Add some finely ground oatmeal or a splash of baking soda to the water and let your skin soak. These natural ingredients help calm inflammation and soothe irritation. But don't soak too long, 10 to 15 minutes is plenty. Too much water can actually make things worse by stripping away oils. After you pat your skin dry, this is the perfect moment to apply that thick moisturizer we talked about earlier. You want to trap the moisture your skin just absorbed. It's like sealing in all the goodness. And do it right away, within 3 minutes of drying off. That small timing detail can make a big difference. Now, if your itching is more than occasional, or it's starting to interfere with your sleep regularly, that's not something to push aside. It might be time to consider blood work or a check-in with your healthcare provider. They can check for signs of liver or kidney imbalances, thyroid issues, or even skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis, which can all show up more subtly as we age. The key is not to guess, but to gather real information so you can take the right action. And while we're talking about action, let's revisit your evening routine. Many people unknowingly do things before bed that can worsen nighttime. Itching, for example, using hot water during showers or baths, sitting near a heater or fireplace wearing wool pajamas, or sleeping under heavy blankets that don't breathe well. These habits might feel comforting, but they can dry out or irritate your skin further. Try switching to breathable layers and using a humidifier in your bedroom, especially in the colder months. A little moisture in the air can help prevent your skin from becoming a desert overnight. And here's something else that might surprise you. Your hormones are still shifting, even later in life. While we often think of menopause or andropause as events that happen in your 50s or 60s, your hormone levels continue to fluctuate into your 70s and beyond. For women, postmenopausal estrogen levels are much lower, and estrogen plays a major role in skin health. For men, lower testosterone can also affect skin texture and hydration. If your skin has suddenly become more sensitive or reactive, don't chalk it up to bad luck. Your hormones may be playing a role. The other factor we need to talk about is one people don't usually associate with skin symptoms: iron deficiency. Yes, low iron can cause fatigue, shortness of breath, and weakness, but it can also lead to itchy skin. If your iron stores are low, your blood isn't transporting oxygen efficiently. That can make your skin more prone to irritation and dryness. If you've noticed other symptoms along with the itch, like feeling colder than usual, looking pale, or getting tired more quickly, ask your doctor to check your iron levels. A simple blood test can provide a lot of answers, and while we're on the topic of blood work, thyroid health deserves a mention. An underactive thyroid or hypothyroidism is surprisingly common in older adults, especially women. It can sneak up with subtle symptoms like thinning hair, weight gain, fatigue, and yes, dry, itchy skin. What makes it trickier is that many of those symptoms can be mistaken for normal aging. But if your skin has become dry and itchy for no obvious reason, and you're also feeling more sluggish or cold, your thyroid might be the missing piece of the puzzle. So if there's one message I want you to take from all this, it's that itchy skin at night isn't something you have to accept. It's not just a nuisance, it's your body whispering that something might be off. And you have every right to get curious, ask questions, and make changes that support your comfort and peace of mind. Before we continue, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're finding this helpful. It really does make a difference, not just for the channel, but for helping more people like you find this kind of supportive, down-to-earth advice. Let's keep going. There's still one more group of possible causes that often gets overlooked: environmental factors, allergies, and how your immune system can change with age. There's still one more group of possible causes that often gets overlooked: environmental factors, allergies, and how your immune system can change with age. Now, you might be thinking, I've never had allergies in my life. Why would I start now? And that's a fair question. But here's something a lot of people don't know. As we get older, our immune systems don't just weaken, they also become more unpredictable. That means you can develop sensitivities to things that never bothered you before. Maybe your favorite scented lotion suddenly causes a rash, or the laundry detergent you've used for 20 years now leaves your skin tingling, or maybe your new mattress topper or that cozy flannel blanket is treated with a chemical your skin just doesn't like. It doesn't always show up as hives or obvious rashes either. Sometimes it's just that maddening itch with no clear cause. And because you're in close contact with these materials at night, your pillowcase, sheets, pajamas, it makes perfect sense that the itching gets worse when you lie down. Much can help is doing a bit of detective work. Think about anything that's changed in your home recently. New bedding, a different lotion or soap, even the air freshener plugged into the wall might be playing a role. Sometimes it's about peeling back those small changes and giving your skin a chance to reset. Speaking of the environment, let's not underestimate indoor air quality. We spend more time indoors as we get older, especially in the evenings. And unfortunately, the air inside our homes can be surprisingly dry, especially in the winter. That dry air pulls moisture from your skin, leaving it more vulnerable. Running a small humidifier at night can help restore balance and reduce that itch. Even placing a bowl of water near your radiator can add some moisture back into the air. It's a small thing, but your skin will thank you. Now I want to talk for a moment about something a little more serious, not to scare you, but to keep you informed. In some rare cases, persistent nighttime itching can be a sign of an underlying condition like lymphoma or another type of cancer. When itching is intense, doesn't go away with moisturizers, and there's no obvious rash or cause, doctors may look deeper. Other signs might include unintentional weight loss, swollen lymph nodes, or unexplained fatigue. The key message here is this: don't ignore your symptoms just because they seem minor. You know your body better than anyone else. If something doesn't feel right, even if it seems small, speak up. Advocate for yourself. You deserve answers and comfort, not just coping. That said, most of the time the cause is less frightening and very manageable. And this brings us to something empowering: taking control of your nighttime routine in a way that sets you up for calm, comfort, and quality sleep. Start by turning your nighttime ritual into a skin-friendly practice. Keep lights dim and devices off an hour before bed to support your body's natural rhythm. Take that gentle, lukewarm bath, use a rich moisturizer, and slip into soft, breathable sleepwear. Lower the room temperature slightly. Cooler rooms tend to be better for both sleep and skin comfort. And if possible, avoid spicy food or alcohol too close to bedtime. Both can dilate your blood vessels and make itching feel worse. And don't forget the power of your mind. Simple relaxation exercises like deep breathing, light stretching, or listening to calming music can lower cortisol, your body's stress hormone, which can sometimes be the very trigger for those nighttime itchies. You might even try keeping a journal near your bed. If you wake up scratching, jot down anything unusual: what you ate, what you wore, how you felt emotionally that day. Over time, you may start to see patterns that help you find your personal solution. If the itching continues despite your best efforts, there are gentle, over-the-counter antihistamines that can help, especially ones that are safe for nighttime use. But don't rely on them as a long-term fix without talking to your doctor. Remember, these medications can sometimes cause drowsiness or interact with other prescriptions. What's more important than a quick fix is creating a lifestyle that supports your skin and your sleep from the inside out. That means staying hydrated, keeping your home environment gentle on your senses, being mindful of what you put on your body, and staying curious about what your body is telling you. Let me say it again. Your body talks to you. Itchy skin is one of the ways it communicates. And just because something is common doesn't mean it's normal, or that you have to live with it. Relief is possible. Peaceful sleep is possible. And when you start feeling comfortable in your own skin again, everything else, from your energy, levels to your mood, feels better too. So as we wrap up, here's a quick, gentle reminder of the key ideas we've talked about. Itchy skin at night can come from dry skin, medications, stress, poor circulation, environmental triggers, or internal conditions like thyroid or kidney issues. Sometimes it's simple to fix, sometimes it needs a little deeper investigation. But no matter the cause, you are not powerless. You have choices, tools, and the wisdom that comes with age to guide you. I encourage you, if anything you've heard today sounds familiar or rings a bell, take it seriously, not with fear, but with compassion. Listen to your body. Try one small change tonight. Maybe it's switching up your soap. Maybe it's running a humidifier. Maybe it's making that doctor's appointment you've been putting off. Small steps add up, and your comfort matters. If you've experienced nighttime itching, I'd love to hear about what's helped you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might help someone else feel a little less alone and a lot more hopeful. And if you found today's video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community where older adults can get real answers, gentle guidance, and a sense of connection on this journey through aging. and your support helps keep that going. Here's to calm nights, happy skin, and living your best life, itch-free and at ease. You've got this, and you're never alone in figuring it out.